Forgot to set this up. I really should have. Forgot to set this up. I really should have. Get that real quick. Desktop widget. Move me down there. Out of the way. Lock and lock. Okay. Hello, chat. Welcome. We're doing a stream again. We're gonna watch Vita Carnis. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. Ignore what I'm doing, chat. I mean, not like you'll ever figure anything out. Alright, so I'm gonna put you guys right here. So now I can see the chat. Look at that. That's crazy. Chat, this is crazy. Are you gonna disappear when I click on though? You are. How do I pin this? Huh. Oh well, I'll just do it the normal way. Let me find my phone. Alright, so now should be all set up, which also should have given you guys enough time to do all kinds of, get a couple of you in here and all that. Let's see, we've got 5 whole people watching. Look at us. We're going to be watching some more scary content together. I really wanted to watch this one last night, but you know, that stream went a little bit longer than I thought it would. We spent a lot of time on Hi, I'm Mary Mary. I really wanted to watch this, so we're gonna now. This is called Vita Carnis, or Vita Carnis, and I don't know anything about it. So let's get into this. Gore, flashing lights, violence, and death. Federal law provides civil and criminal penalties for the unauthorized viewing of this footage. Any reproduction, distribution, or display of this video is prohibited. Chat, this didn't happen, I swear. And nobody snitch.
On planet Earth, life has thrived for millions of years. Creatures big and small have found ways to adapt and evolve to flourish in all types of environments. From barren wastes to lush forests, life can be found. Earth has homed these creatures since the dawn of life itself. Only until very recently, things have changed. New life forms have appeared all around the globe and completely changing the balance of nature and what we know about evolution itself. That is why we, at National Living Meat Research, have been studying these new species, trying to help educate everyone about these creatures and their wondrous ways of life. First, what are these new life forms? Since their explosive arrival across the globe in 1931, there has been much debate on what these newcomers are, and where they came from. Are they extraterrestrials coming to invade Earth? Or are they demons who come from hell to purge humanity? From what our scientists have discovered, no. The origins of these creatures are solely to Earth, miraculously out of nowhere. We don't know why or how, but one thing is for certain, Earth is now their home. What these creatures are is mysterious and still not well known today. But here is what we do know. These creatures are comprised mainly of muscle tissue, organs, and bones. They greatly resemble animals with no skin, or store-bought meat. Because of these characteristics, they have been named accordingly as Vita carnis. The carnis species consume decaying, organic matter, but their main diet is composed of raw meat, not including their carnis relatives. The carnis only appear in places where there is an abundance of crawl, which leads to the first creature of the carnis species, the crawl. The crawl is a growth of meaty tendrils that closely resemble the small intestine, the only difference being the dark red coloration. These tendrils grow in a similar pattern as vines, mold, or fungi. A primary stem structure is the host to divisions of other, smaller branches. In each tendril contains a variety of veins, arteries, and other similar organs used to transport nutrients absorbed from its surroundings. The ends of these tendrils are equipped with organelles used to absorb water and organic matter necessary for growth. The source of these organic materials is mainly found in dirt and soil on surrounding surfaces. Using its root-like tendrils, it absorbs the material and processes it into usable energy.
You guys can actually thank Lotus for the nightmares tonight. This is recommended by them. So, we might not watch all of this in one go because, y'all saw how that went with Hi, I'm Mary Mary. But, thank Lotus for the nightmares.
Energy. Although, the crawl also obtains energy through another means. Using a sophisticated form of photosynthesis. The dark pigmentation of the smaller branches is ideal for absorbing sunlight, and therefore allowing solar energy to fuel the crawl's growth. Because of its efficiency, it thrives in almost all types of environments, easily allowing it to spread across the world, and can be found pretty much anywhere. Its recent inclusion in the ecosystem has caused many major changes in nature's balance. One may assume that the crawl's presence may outcompete any other competitors, but due to its unique life cycle, where old branches fall off and decay into nutrient-rich compost, all forms of life seemingly flourish instead. The crawl's abundance grants plenty of nourishment to all animals, from plants feeding on the decayed crawl, herbivores thriving on increased plant population, and carnivores feeding on both the abundant prey, and are able to eat the crawl as well. The presence of all these animals leave behind waste, which will be broken down and consumed by the crawl, and the cycle begins again. This form of symbiosis leads to an environment where all populations thrive. Humanity also uses the crawl to our advantage. Because of the supernatural rate of growth and its richness in nutrients, it has been sustainably cultivated.
Look at that shit. Meat. Hey, vegetarians are losing their mind right now. Is it allowed to eat or not?
Into domestic farms. The crawl is harvested and processed into fertilizer, which greatly increases crop yield and quality. The crawl may also be used as a food source for humans, and reliably so. But due to its unkindly appearance and taste, it has yet to reach cuisine standards. The crawl also plays a very important role in the next creatures that we have been studying. Sometimes, in a crawl-populated environment, A node of meat may develop on one of the branches. This node will fall off and grow into a functioning organism, and go to live on as an independent animal. This leads us to the upcoming species that we will be discussing. The first of these creatures are the trimmings.
Trimmings. Yeah, so Darian Quilloy, I think is how you say that.
Mobile games are going big.
Definitely go
Clash
check
of Clans is now available.
Content creator out. If he has more than Vita Carnis, highly recommend it. Also, you know, go like all the videos and stuff. I'm even gonna drop a like. Right
The trimmings.
Trimmings.
Trimmings are small animals that resemble skinned raccoons. They are commonly known to have a plump body, round head, small eyes, nose and ear holes,
They look
and an agape
disgusting.
mouth. They are also equipped with a diversity of limbs. All individual trimmings are unique, each with a different body shape, number of limbs, and other characteristics. One thing they all share in common is that they are made mostly of meat tissue, and are a maximum of 20 centimeters in length, no larger than a basketball. Its life starts with its separation from the crawl. It will wonder to find anything that is edible and able to consume. Although it is an omnivore, being able to hunt meat and forage for plant matter, trimmings are almost entirely scavengers. Their diet consists of rotting plants and meat, including, but not limited to, fruits, vegetables,
It does
roots,
kinda look like a
seeds,
flea.
insects, and
Like a
deceased
really big
animals.
one.
Although its appearance is unsightly, it is a cowardly creature, only fleeing, screeching, and hiding when threatened. Because of its lack of defensive traits, it lies near the bottom of the food chain, making it easily overpowered and picked off very regularly by predators. Naturally, its population would eventually die out. This is not the case. The crawl constantly produces a large quantity of trimming nodes, keeping up their numbers. Naturally, trimmings can be found wherever there is abundant crawl. Trimmings grow at a decent pace, reaching maturity at around 7 months, having a maximum lifespan of 2 to 4 years. Although they are plentiful, humanity has no proper way to implement trimmings into society. Their overabundance has even considered them pests, due to them digging through trash bins and making excessive noise at night. Besides all of this, some people still keep trimmings as pets,
Gross.
and relatively domesticate them.
Gross.
Nuisance or not, trimmings are a wondrous creature. From their plentiful numbers, to their skittish nature, they are truly a thing to behold. The next species on our list is the meat snake.
The meat snake. Guys, do not look up that term.
My
You're
boss
nothing-
specifically
you're not gonna
mentioned that I
find
got the
anything
job
except
because of
for
the certificate.
men
And I got a
genitalia.
$20,000 raise. It's nice.
Just warning you now, meat snake means something very much different outside of Vena Carnis.
The meat snake. The meat snake is a worm-like creature, made of a variety of types of meat, coated in a transparent, skin-like membrane. Its size varies during its lifespan, depending on how much it consumes. When it first separates from the crawl, it is only a few centimeters in length. Eventually, it will reach an average length of 5 meters. Although, under extreme
That's
conditions,
pretty
like
crazy.
natural disasters, war, or plague, it can greatly surpass this length.
Holy shit.
The meat snake's diet consists entirely of dead animals or parts. A meat snake is incapable of consuming a healthy, living organism. The meat snake allocates its food by using a tongue-like organ covered in sensors to touch and feel its environment. The sensors catch particles of decaying meat, notifying the meat snake that there is food nearby. This process shares many similarities to regular snakes, hence the meat snake's name. Once it locates the corpse, the meat snake will open its jaw and swallow the entire body whole.
Gross.
Once the entire body is consumed,
I'm not
the meat
excited to
snake's
see a
stomach
picture
will
of this
release a
thing, and I
variety
know they're
of
gonna show
chemicals.
us a render.
Some will break down soft tissue like skin, and the connection points between muscles. Others chemicals will then ferment and preserve the tissue to keep it from breaking down for as long as possible. After that, the remaining flesh and bones will move along the meat snake's tract and slowly be implemented into its own structure, extending the meat snake. Unsatisfactory parts like skulls, pelvises, hair, and fingernails will be excreted. Speaking of skulls, the meat snake will take the skull from the consumed organism and use it as its own. Each meat snake has its own skull, each corresponding to what that one has consumed. During its lifespan, it will swap or replace these skulls if needed.
Oh.
A meat snake's lifespan depends entirely on how much a meat snake consumes. The longest one has lived for was 28 years.
Wow.
The meat snake has no predators and is immune to disease due to its preserving chemicals. The only significant ways a meat snake can die is through starvation, burning, or complete destruction of the meat snake's membrane coating. Interestingly, the meat snake is the only member of
Oh God!
the Carnies family that is able to reproduce. When a meat snake reaches an excessive size, and is in the conditions to do so, it will commence mitosis, splitting itself in two. Then the now two meat snakes will go on their separate ways and live on as two distinct organisms. Meat snakes can only be found in moderate temperature climates, not too hot, not too cold. Their population depends entirely on the amount of corpses available. Where there is death, there are meat snakes. Humanity will use them to our advantage. Meat snakes are a very efficient and clean way of disposing of any meat products. The preserving fluid within the meat snake's body disinfects the carrion,
They're so
preventing the
gross.
spread of disease.
I hate them. And
Humans
I'm
use meat
concerned
snakes in
because I'm seeing a humanoid-looking thing, an egg, and then it just becomes cryptids from there.
Shops as a waste bin, dispose roadkill, within war on the battlefield to dispose of festering bodies and parts, and within zoos to dispose of deceased animals. They are extremely tame, not caring if any creature is around them, only acting defensively when it is within consuming a meal. This means they are very easy to tame. Overall, meat snakes are a marvelous creature with a very interesting way of sustaining itself. It is an amazing experience to encounter one, as long as you don't mind the smell.
I very much mind the smell.
Our next creature is the mimic.
Are you mimicking me?
Do you try to save the population of a dying world, or burn it all?
I just
with the
realized
intent
we
of
could have just
containing
watched
heresy?
this one, because this one goes over.
And what are your
everything.
priorities? Acquisition of
But we're in too far now, so.
The mimic. The mimic is a bipedal creature with uncanny similarities to humanoid anatomy. They greatly resemble humans without skin, with added exaggerated features.
Gross.
These features include extended finger length, longer limbs, bulging, empty eyes, and their most prominent feature, a wide, teeth-filled smile. Although it resembles a happy face, this is due to coincidence, and is only how their facial structure is shaped. The maw of the mimic contains much more teeth than humans, and their teeth is comprised almost entirely of incisors, with some canine and premolars in the back. This tooth composition is ideal for biting down onto meat and swallowing chunks whole. A mature mimic's diet is comprised entirely of human flesh.
Gross. Bad. Not good.
Because of this, they are found solely around human-populated areas. The mimic's life cycle is made of 3 stages. In the first stage, a young mimic separates from the crawl. They closely resemble their trimming relatives, but are thin, sleek, and only have 4 appendages. In this stage, the young mimic will hunt small animals, moving on to larger and larger as they grow. Once large enough, it will begin metamorphosis into the next stage of life. Once fully transformed, it will resemble the description mentioned in the beginning. Its hunting style changes and becomes much more complicated. It now stalks and feeds only on humans. It will locate human-populated area and begin its search
Not
for an
good.
easy target. To blend in, it may use objects to conceal itself. These include clothing, mannequins, and furniture. Once a target has been found, the mimic will observe its prey and learn its routine and when it is most vulnerable. This is typically when the human is asleep at night. Once the prey is within position, the mimic will advance silently until it is close enough. The mimic will then execute and immediately begin consumption. Once the mimic has had its fill, it will leave the scene, a fair distance away from the human population, and begin to digest its meal. Although, in the case that a human is awake, a mimic will use a variety of sounds to either lure or startle prey into cornering themselves.
That
Once
fucking
a human is
that knocking was in the audio. That fucking scared me so much. Because my window is next to me and I thought somebody was knocking on my fucking window. Jesus Christ. No, that wasn't tapping outside of your door. That was in the audio.
in place, it will swiftly attack and kill the helpless target.
I see what Lotus means about this progressively getting worse. Are you mimicking me? Jump scare. There's gonna be a jump scare. There's gonna be a jump scare. I'ma bite your finger.
Tasty.
Look like beef jerky. Ooh. Oh, fuck! I knew it was coming and it still got me. Fuck!
The next stage of the mimic's life cycle has two potential morphs it may develop into. If a mimic has a consistent supply of food, it will develop more human-like features. It will grow skin, hair, and by the end will look nearly identical to a human being. It now can blend entirely into civilization, and lure other humans more effectively. The second type of morph happens when a mimic receives an overabundance of food. It will grow into a larger, more evolved hunter. Its proportions will increase in length, and its humanoid features will fade away. It grows a thick, dark coating of a flexible skin, which is highly durable, and increases in strength the more the elder mimic consumes. This excludes the face, which is now coated in a pale pink skin. The mimic's teeth have also moved deeper into the mimic's throat, leaving its mouth a toothless grin. It uses the dark hue of its skin to hide seamlessly within a dark environment. Its skills have also been heightened. This makes an elder mimic one of the most efficient predators on the planet. Because of the obvious threat this poses on humanity, nations around the world have released instructions on how to be able to fend for yourself in a mimic encounter. Here are the instructions.
1. Avoid going out alone if your location is known to have mimics, or there have been mimic sightings. 2. If you encounter a stationary mimic, seemingly unfazed by your presence, quietly leave the location and alert your local authorities. 3. If pursued by a mimic, get yourself into a position where you are able to flee. Mimics will rarely attack if a person has a clear escape route. 4. In the event that you have been cornered by a mimic, Roll into the fetal position, protecting your neck, face, and vital organs from attack. Make as much noise as you can to alert any other people. 5. If you have a weapon, do not use it. A mimic is fairly resilient, and any
What if I have
strikes
a
or
gun?
shots on a mimic is not effective enough to bring it down in time. Instead, use it as a barrier between you and the mimic to block any attacks.
Like, what if I have a
6.
12 gauge?
In a situation where a mimic is hunting in the immediate area and is not aware of your position, hide somewhere low, like under a bed or behind other furniture. A mimic will not linger too long to search for prey and will move on.
Be safe, and avoid any encounters with a mimic at all costs. Next up, the Harvester.
This is the person that died to the mimic. That sound is the bones. It's crunching. We got three more creatures to get through.
Hi there, it's me, John Chess, inventor
No, it's
of
not.
chess. And are you sick of sucking at chess?
So, other than the actual Vita Carnis, like these, where they're telling us about these, I'm gonna watch the Cheese Crawl, whatever the fuck the rest of that. We're gonna watch that one because I want to know how the fuck you eat a crawl. And then maybe some of these other ones, but we're not gonna watch much more.
The Harvester. The Harvester is a large, bulbous mass, with a large amount of tendrils spreading from the base. The bulb measures around 3 meters in height and 2 meters in diameter.
That's
The
big.
tendrils, on the other hand, can extend up to 150 meters in diameter horizontally.
Holy shit.
The Harvester is a specialized form of crawl that grows in a unique and deadly way. A harvester is created when a node that will grow into a harvester, instead of separating, continues to grow. Eventually, it will grow tendrils of its own. It uses the energy provided by its mother branch and expands its reach further. Its tendrils, hidden just below the surface of the ground. The harvester is equipped with 2 types of specialized tendrils. The first type is bulky and flat. They lie the closest to the surface. These branches are lined on each length of the tendril with spines, extending in the shape of a bear trap. On each side of the branch, those particular spines have a vein that feed into them, that pump 2 types of venom. On one side, the spines can inject a neurotoxin, which will attack the nervous system of whomever it is injected into, causing sudden paralysis. The other side can inject an anticoagulant, which when injected, prevents blood cells from clotting. Whenever a large animal moves across the area armed with these tendrils, the branches will clamp onto the animal and thrash violently. Once the prey has been injected with both venoms, the tendrils will rest and the prey will immediately collapse. The animal will be unable to move due to the paralysis, and the wounds caused by the thrashing spines will not stop bleeding. All the prey can do is lie patiently, until succumbing to blood loss. Once the prey has bled out, the second type of tendrils come in. They lie below the spine equipped once. These branches are thick, but very sturdy. They share similar anatomy to the small branches of the crawl, equipped with organelle that absorbs nutrients. These tendrils sense the blood, and move their way to the surface and begin to absorb the vital fluid. Once the blood has been consumed, the tendrils will wrap around the body and begin to shuffle downwards. This movement loosens the soil and slowly pull the body underground. Once secure, the tendrils will continue to feed until there is nothing but scraps. The nourishment absorbed by the tendrils will be sucked back into the main bulb of the harvester. This bulb houses all the vital organs and the venom glands that pump into the spines. The nutrients are then converted into usable energy.
So how do we deal with this thing? Do we
The
just
remains
carpet bomb
underground
it?
decompose, providing a rich soil, causing very prominent plant growth, which then attracts more animals. A strange behavior the harvester displays is its choice of diet. The spines will only activate on larger animals, allowing smaller ones to pass by unaffected. The spines will also not activate on some species of bird. There are a couple theories as to why this happens. One, it could be that attacking smaller animals would cost too much energy for what they get in return, making it not worth the time. Another could be that smaller animals may attract larger animals or predators, allowing a safe place where prey may thrive and lure more predators. It truly is astonishing. Although it is a spectacular creature, it is also very dangerous. The harvester is decently rare, only populating sparse areas in the northern hemisphere and woodland forests. If you are stung by a harvester, there will be no way of helping you, being that there is no cure, and fatality is 100% positive. The best thing you can do is avoid encountering a harvester in the first place.
What was that?
The best thing you can do is 100% positive. The best thing you can do is 100% positive.
I fudged it that time. Let me...
Cure, and fatality is 100% positive.
Damn it, I still missed it.
Being that there is no cure, and fatality is 100% positive.
Fuck!
No cure, and fatality is 100% positive.
God damn it, we're never gonna see this.
Being that there is no cure, and fatality is 100% positive.
It's so split second.
The best thing you can fatality is 100% positive.
I need to know what
Being
it
that
says.
there is no cure, and fatality is 100% positive.
Okay, I wonder if anyone's clipped the exact moment. There's nobody that clipped it. Oh, wait. Is that... No.
Positive.
God damn
The
it.
best thing you
I
can
had
do
it
is
that
avoid
time, but it
encountering a
registered
harvester.
as me clicking
It's
on the
100% positive. Fatality is 100% positive.
I really want to know. Oh, you're right. I always forget they added that option. We'll go at 0.5.
Fatality is 100% positive.
That still didn't even have me. Alright. Even slower. We're going max slow on this.
Fatality is 100% positive.
Family attacked by harvester? That's just what this comment said. Where did it go? While hiking, authorities refused to handle the harvester, only putting up warning signs. Huh. Okay. I mean, what are they meant to do about that?
The best thing you can do is avoid encountering a harvester in the first place. If you are hiking, take note of any warnings or signs saying that there are harvesters around. If you also notice an abundance of lush, ground-dwelling plants in a forested area, and there are no signs of wildlife. This is suspicious and you should leave the area, staying close to the base of large trees or rocks. If you find yourself in the middle of a harvester ground, do not panic. Sudden movements may activate the tendrils and will inject you. Although a harvester is rather forgiving, do not risk any skittish movements. Remain calm. If you have any objects with considerable heft, like coats, backpacks, or full water bottles, gently take that object and lightly toss it towards the bulb, and away from your escape route. This will activate the spines on where the object lands, distracting the bulb for a moment. You will then slowly begin to do wide shuffles away from the bulb. If possible, throw another object when you are certain you are a fair enough distance away, just to be safe. Continue until you are completely sure you are out of harm's way. You may come out unscathed, but don't be too obnoxious, or you will be a harvester's next meal. Next up is the host.
Don't like the sound of that. The last
When there's nothing
last
holding
one
you
is the
back,
one that worries me
what
the
would
most.
your thing
Because
be?
this image is just straight up cryptid.
The frenzy has begun.
The host of influence. The host of influence, more commonly referred to as the host, has its name derived from a host who invites guests to an event. Not to be confused with a host, a harborer of parasites or disease. The host is a semi-humanoid looking organism. It has the structure of a head, torso, and arms. Other than this, it shares no other characteristics. The lower half of the host is comprised of a mass of fibrous tissue and tendrils that burrow into the ground to hold the host in place. Instead of skin, the host is covered in muscular tissue fibers, tendons, and veins. In some parts of the body are covered in a meaty plate, used to cover any large exposed areas, but allowing movement. The host's head has a smooth surface where the face should be, attached to a crooked neck, which houses a slit in the front used for feeding. On the host's back is a mound of pores. Protruding from these pores are hollow, hair-like structures, extending outwards. These hairs are barrels that release spores produced within host's body, by being fired into the air. These spores are hazardous, so keep clear of them at all costs. Luckily, the host is rare, only found in North America. Obtaining info about the host is a very risky and daunting task. This is because of their rarity and of how dangerous it is to be up close to one.
You pretty much want to live
The
in
source
somewhere
released
like
by a host
Asia,
is very dangerous
Japan,
when inhaled. A host
in
will
this
release a
world.
cloud of spores into the air, which will be picked up by wind and carried great distances. If an organism inhales the spores, the particles will find their way into the organism's brain and infect them. An infected organism will show no symptoms of infection right away, but a couple hours after infection the infected organism's behavior and thought process will change. The first symptoms that appear are restlessness, sluggish movement, numbness of joints, and lack of coordination. Then more serious symptoms appear over time. These include dizziness, migraines, impaired speech, and trembles. If you, or someone you know show these symptoms, contact poison control or emergency services. After a total of 6 to 7 hours after infection, the organism will cease all activities they were previously doing and begin to walk. The direction the infected will walk is towards the host whose spores have been inhaled by the infected individual. If the infected makes their way to the host, they will kneel down in front of it, expose their vital organs, and the host will promptly gut and remove those organs. The host will consume them and discard the leftover scraps. However, if an infected organism doesn't reach the host within a 36-hour span or is treated for their infection, the effects will wear off and return back to normal. If a host is unable to find prey or doesn't like its current location, it will unroot itself and move to a new location. Their scarce numbers and the hazard of being around one makes getting info about the host very daunting. All you need to currently know is that the host is extremely dangerous and should be avoided at all costs. Next, the monoliths.
The monoliths. That concerns me. I don't like that.
Mobile games are going big. Play the official PC version of Clash of Clans with Google Play Games.
The monoliths. The monolith is a very new creature, only showing up in June of 1972, in the area of. There are only 7 monoliths, all of them located in a circular position, 1.5 kilometers in diameter. This ring of monoliths surrounds. The monolith is a Titanic-sized being, measuring roughly 120 meters in height. Each monolith has 2 trunk legs that are firmly embedded underground. The legs connect to a torso. The creature itself is made of hundreds of thousands of meaty strands, tightly woven together to form the structure. These strands end at the neck, fusing into a solid mass of hardened flesh in the shape of an upside-down triangle, with a hole in its center. On each side of the monolith where arms would be, there are dozens of long, rope-like appendages. These reach just barely to the ground. At the creature's feet, the strands go deep into the earth and extend horizontally a decent distance away. What the monoliths do is simply stand and do nothing. The only activity documented that the monoliths have done was in. During this period, they were extremely aggressive. When the group of were making their way to the city, the monolith that they had passes roared a deep bellow and swung its appendages at the team, completely wiping them out. When military vehicles were dispatched, once they got close enough top the monolith, it roared another call, this time releasing an EMP blast, completely knocking the vehicles out in the vicinity. Finally, long-distance rockets were fired and struck the creature. Although damaged, it regenerated at great speed, and resumed its stance unscathed. Eventually, the area has been fenced off and is now restricted to all. Ever since, the monolith stands silently, now only a grand spectacle of awe and mystery, only adding more questions to these meat beings. And finally, the last creature on this list is marvelous and majestic world that exists today. It's as extraordinary to have such strange and mysterious beings appear all around us. Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration and discovery of the lives of these living meat creatures.
Huh. That last one was redacted. Not this one. We want to watch the How to Eat the Crawl.
This could be the greatest discovery of the age.
Baby.
Let this feeling in.
Have any information of the whereabouts of...
We may
be making a dish that has recently gained a fair amount of popularity. Today's dish will be a cheesy crawl penne. To start off, these will be the ingredients you will need. 3 cups of penne pasta. Roughly 3 cups worth of fresh crawl. Try to get a variety of sizes when you buy yours, or when you harvest them yourself. 1 cup of cheese. Half a cup of green onion. 1 teaspoon of salt. 2 tablespoons of Cajun spice. 2 tablespoons of parsley. 1 tablespoon of dill. 1 tablespoon of garlic. A pinch of pepper. And finally, the most crucial ingredient. Nutrier Company's newly released Flavor Enhancer. To bring out the richness of flavors within each and every meal.
Okay.
First, get a medium-sized pot and fill half of it with water. Add a pinch of salt, which is used to help the pot come to a boil faster and help flavor the pasta. Then, set aside to boil. Grab your crawl and a sharp knife. Begin to cut the meat into a rough mince.
Huh. This does not look appetizing.
Crawl is soft on the outside, but the interior has a surprising sturdiness. Then, gather the meat and set aside. Mince the green onion into rough segments.
Ew, clean your cutting board. It's unsanitary. Never cut vegetables on the same cutting board you used for meat.
Take this mince and set aside as well. Next, grab your skillet and preheat with along some oil. Take your minced crawl and spread it evenly across the skillet. Stir occasionally until crisp and brown.
It's best that this is not, it's not craw. It's not like crawdads. This is living meat. It's a horror thing we're watching. It's called The Crawl. It's like flesh vines.
And stir occasionally. Cook until soft. At this time, your crawl will be brown and crisp. Add your minced green onion and then the spices. Mix well. Once your pasta is finished cooking, strain it. Lay your cooked penne evenly into your dish. Then add the crawl topping.
I'm gonna say it. This
Sprinkle a
hot
generous
take.
amount of cheese along the
It doesn't
stove
look
and
bad.
for it to melt.
Once it's cooked, man. Maybe I'm just fucking hungry.
At this point, finish preparing the dish with your flavor enhancer, but allow your dish to cool to a temperature below 60 degrees Celsius, or else the enhancer will not work. And now, you may serve and enjoy.
Alright, let me see. What else do they have? There's Message, Season 2, Flavor Enhancer commercial. We're not gonna watch any of the extra stuff for now. We're gonna cut you off there on Vita Carnis. So let's see. I'm gonna pull up Marble Hornets again, because I fucking love Marble Hornets. And I want you guys to think about if you have any other ones that you guys want me to watch while we watch, probably until about entry 15, because these are all like minute-long videos. Hey, listen, y'all. I'm starving. I'd probably eat it. Marble Hornets. I have to do a lot of reading here. The tape I just watched consisted entirely of raw footage from Marble Hornets. Other than Brian, Alex also seems to be talking to a girl off camera at some point.
Let's start again.
Let's start again. So look at you.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. All right, I'm rolling, and just a second, let me.
I thought you were talking to her.
Oh, crap, I just lost this script. 1 second. And I'm talking to Brian. Yeah, don't say anything, because the camera picks it up. All right, you ready?
Yeah. Are you gonna feed me Tim's lines?
Yeah, just a second. All right. Action.
I don't know. This town just doesn't feel the same to me anymore. I missed it so much when I was in college. But now that I'm back, I just feel like a depressed teenager all over again. Stuck in a loop of unhappiness.
Maybe you've grown up.
I don't know. Maybe this town has grown up.
Maybe it has. All right, good.
Are we gonna do it again? Are we?
No, we're done.
That's it?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.
Was there something in the background?
We're done.
Hold on, wait.
Do it again?
Yep, there he is. You know why we're done, chat? For those of you who do not know what Marble Hornets is, there's a particular figure that any member of Creepypasta will recognize right there. Chat, the poor cameraman of Marble Hornets is being hunted by none other than Slender Man himself, who he has come to call the Operator. When he said we're done like that, I was like, nah. I was looking at this dude because he looks like Josh Hutcherson, and all I could think about was the whistle meme, the I'm not even gonna do it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I to rewind and immediately spot his ass in the background. Yep, this is a Slender Man series.
Are we?
No, we're done.
That's it?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.
Someone was following Alex. And like I said, these are short videos.
Need the perfect
that was
gift?
done already.
Sephora has free same-day delivery.
We're on
Get
entry
fragrance
8
gifts
now.
for the whole family.
I did not notice any visual tearing anywhere in this tape, however, the audio does cut out. Aw, he's making the pages. He's losing it. He's tweaking. The rest of the tape remains too dark to see, and the audio never comes back. Entry 9. See, that was so fast. This one we get more context. I've never seen Alex act the way he does in the following raw footage from Marble Hornets.
Seemed really distant ever since he came back, you know?
And?
I mean, have you talked to him at all?
No.
Well, did he come back because of you? Because he never told me why he was here.
Doesn't really matter, does it? He left me when he went off to the city, and that's that.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Watch the backgrounds. There's a Slender Man afoot.
What's the plan now for you? What's next?
I'm not really gonna do anything.
We're gonna do it again. The pacing still feels weird. It doesn't sound like a conversation. You guys still sound like you're reading off of the script. Let's just have a conversation. Let's do it again.
Still, 8 takes. Still. Can we go yet?
Action. Well, no, we can't. Just a second.
Yeah, wonderful.
That's what happens when you come out of public place.
Good thing I didn't have anything to do later today,
Yeah,
you know?
I know. 12 to
Why would you have anything to do anyway? You knew you were coming on set. You knew this could take a while.
Yeah, it was supposed to be an
Obviously,
afternoon shoot, though.
You guys would do it right the first
It was
time.
afternoon shoot. I didn't even buy lunch
Let's
for
just
this
do it
shoot.
again.
Let's just do it
Let's just
again.
do it again.
Just stop.
Alright.
Action.
He's being a
He
dick.
seemed really distant ever since he came back, you
Cut
know?
from the beginning.
Rolling.
What? Roll. Did you not have it recording during the break? I told you to keep the camera recording at all times. Oh. How long was it off?
I forgot for a second.
You forgot. I gave you one job. All you were supposed to do was come in here, set up the camera, make sure it doesn't fall over, and press record once. You don't stop it at all. I made this extremely clear.
If it's,
Ooh,
if it's
audio
been on for a
distortion.
while, can I get a script again?
You're
Thank
saving
you.
time on the tapes.
You helped me load up the car. You know how many tapes we have. If we run out of time on this tape, we'll get another. It's not a...
This right here is the dude who's being haunted. This Discord moderator looking motherfucker. And he's being an asshole ever since he started getting hunted.
problem. I mean, how clear do I have to make it before you listen? I mean, you brought your dog. How many sentences that? Memorize your lines.
It's just a mistake.
Memorize your lines. Maybe we'll get through this a little bit faster.
Memorize your lines. Just don't read them right off the page. You got to be
okay.
a little bit more human with it.
Because
Don't
I've
be
had
so...
the script in every scene.
Exactly.
Yeah, act. How about that?
Oh yeah, that's real nice. Considering how much you're paying us and everything.
Why would I pay you for what you're giving? I mean, really.
Oh, that's real nice.
Who else is gonna work with you with this attitude?
Look.
Yeah, you already spent
I'm
so much
sorry.
money on tapes. You can't afford actors anyway.
Let's just get it done with. All right? Let's just get it done. I'm sorry. Just don't stop recording. It's not a problem.
And then as for the video quality and everything, guys, this is 14 years ago. This is older than some of my viewers. Some of you guys are like 13. I'm very aware. This is older than some of you. And some of you were literal infants when this came out. Like, this is fucking old creepypasta. That's why I was so happy to bring this forth to you, because I knew a lot of you did not know this even existed.
Playing tapes.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
Alex seems to have been filming himself constantly even before he stopped work on Marble Hornets. Whoever had been following Alex seems to have stressed him to the point of it affecting his personality.
Lowe's knows the best deal.
Lowe's does not knows. What was that? Entry 9? Entry 10. This one's only a minute 30. Found another troubling clip. Whatever's following Alex was following Alex was him running now. Terrible grammar. Nothing says they were an infant at the time. I was still really young. I was 7 when this came out. But I had access to the internet, which meant that I watched this all happen. There he was. He shines the light. Look. Tall ass motherfucker. You could just barely see him in the pixels. The outline of the face and the suit.
When there's nothing holding you back,
There's
what
a
would
lot
your
holding
thing
me
be?
back, like this ad. I found another clip of a close encounter. However, I don't think Alex was aware of it. He's got them all plastered on his wall now. He's losing it. I'm not seeing anything yet. Like Mary Mary. It's the ARY one. I didn't even see what happened. Is it... It must be right here. This is the most replayed. He said another close encounter, but I don't think Alex was aware. The peak is right here. This is where we delve into the comments. Comments are turned off. They don't want you to know. Alright, well, I didn't see whatever happened there. We gotta find entry 12. Okay, we're gonna have to go to it. Also, apparently, if you guys want, you guys say you saw a shadow move. That's crazy. Apparently 3 weeks ago, after 9 years of silence, there's a plushie out. So if you want your very own operator plushie, hit up Marble Hornets. Let's see. How much does it cost? 32 or 36 if you want with the production design. Plus shipping and handling, obviously. You only have 11 days to get this operator plushie. So, you know, go get it. And if you get it, send me pictures. Because I am not going to have the money to get it. Entry number 12. Another only minute long.
The best part about Russell Stover sugar-free candies, no sugar, great taste, guaranteed.
I found another clip with heavy distortion in it. Alex is acting more like himself.
I don't know. He'll move. Let's go ahead and get this shot. It's so hot. As long as we have the camera shot, just get set to control it, and we'll be out of here in no time. Are we doing live? Not in this part. We're just walking to
I ran.
That's when you guys will start picking up. Okay. So, just follow us as we cross into the frame. All right. I hope so. And that's about as far as we're going to go. We don't want to tag you. That would be gross.
There he is. Look at him. Ooh. Ooh. Ah.
Houston. Let's get him off the set. I hope he's not angry at us. Hey, buddy.
What's he doing?
Yeah, this one's kind of low.
Do you have the extra one?
No, I think I left it in the car. Can you go get it? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait, where is it?
I think I left it in the passenger seat.
Okay.
If not, the trunk.
All right.
I'm going to keep on going, though, so just... Okay.
The video's distorted again. Look at the colorations. Is this where he started because that's clearly pre-existing. There was stuff on it. So somebody has already been hunted by Slenderman out here. Heavy audio distortion. Keeping an eye out. I don't see him. He's running, so he saw something. Or maybe he's just exploring. Well, okay, they think Slender Man is just a person. It's moist. He's so beautiful.
Oh, shit. Oh, no wonder it's so heavy. It's chrome. Such a resource hog. Get out of here. Get.
Alright, is this moist telling me I should switch to Opera GX?
Whoa.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll switch to Opera GX.
Oh. It's Opera GX. It's the best fish in the lake.
Fucking ridiculous. Alright, back to it. Minute 58. Y'all said there he is? What? Do I have to go? Where? Was it... Was it... It's after this, right? I'm looking around. I'm not seeing him, chat. It had to have been right there. Where are you guys saying you saw him at? Oh, right there! I didn't even fucking see him! Holy shit! Wait, no, look, he's right here too, in the fucking bushes. That's why Alex starts moving so fast. He's in the bushes. And another one at the end. Oh shit. I didn't even see that. Damn, that's a close encounter. Holy shit. Wow, I didn't even see that. Oh fuck. All right. Back to we in this now. Heavy video distortion. Static cam. Nah. I know you lying. No! Not that tall, guys. He's as tall as that door. He's at least 6. And he seems taller in some shots. He breaking into people's houses. I don't think he saw that. 32 minutes on the tape. Whoa. What did that say before Alex changes it? Okay. Alex, buddy. What happened? Need to find out where Alex has gone. An interview with Tim.
Treat yourself
I
to
don't want to
rich
treat myself. I'm treating
Ghirardelli
myself
chocolate
to horror.
and luscious
I don't
caramel.
need your Ghirardelli chocolate. I was able to find Tim, one of the actors in Marble Hornets, and arrange a meeting. In order to convince him to meet me, I told him I was going to finish the film and if he could, do a screen test.
Hey Tim.
Oh, hey. Jay, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready to do your screen test for this?
I guess so. I mean, it's been quite a while, so you kind of have to get me up to speed, but...
Right, that's fine. I can do that. Set the camera down here. So here's the script for the screen test.
Okay.
And I'll just be taking some notes.
Alright. Can I write on this, or...?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's easier, so you can have it. Before we do the screen test, I wanted to ask you a few things about the production before now. You know,
just like locations or something, because I think I remember there was a couple around here, but
more specifically the director, Alex Crayley, if you remember.
I don't really remember much. I mean, he was a friend of Brian's, so I didn't really talk to him that much. I mean, he just kind of asked me to be part of the cast for the sake of convenience.
Right. Okay. Did you live near him?
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
like,
I live next to.
Speaking, I mean, he kind of lived in the middle of nowhere, right?
Well, I mean, I live next to Brian, so I mean, I didn't really live near Alex. He was just kind of off.
Okay. In terms of his directing at the time, how was he as a director?
He was a pretty decent director. Well, at first.
At first.
Yeah. I mean, after a while, he got to the point where.
Lotus just brought up something that I really want to talk about. Slender Man used to be so terrifying. Now we have stuff like this. Trender Man. This Slender Man will only kill you if he thinks you're not trendy. How the mighty have fallen. And there's Tender Man, who's a butler, a Fender Man, who I don't think I have to tell you, Slender Man, Trender Man, and Splendor Man. Look how they massacred my boy. Look how they massacred my boy. If he catches you dead in Crocs, you will be dead. Slenderman used to mean so much more.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like after a while he got to the point where he would be yelling at us more than he'd be filming the movie, so and he'd just be really paranoid, waving his camera around all over the place. I mean, I just couldn't really...
His camera, other than the camera he was using to shoot the...
Yeah, he had a handheld that he was carrying around with him all over the place.
Okay.
And a ton of tapes, too. Like,
right, he had all the
bags of tapes in the back of his car.
How many would you say you had?
Way more than necessary.
More than you would need to make a production like this?
Yeah.
Just for himself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So like more than like 15 or 20. Okay. All right. Speaking of Alex, I mean, I don't know if you knew this or not, but he did move away after he ended this production. Do you know what might have caused him to do that, or even where he might have gone to?
I didn't even know he moved away. I mean, obviously, like I said, Brian's the one that was really friends with him. I just kind of was along for the ride, but...
Would you happen to know where Brian is?
I haven't heard from Brian either.
Okay.
Not for quite a while, actually.
Okay. So you wouldn't know what might have caused Alex to move away?
No. I know Brian did say something about, like, I think somebody was leaving dead animals in, like, his front yard or something. But
like pets, or do you really know?
What do you mean pets?
Like cats or dogs or anything?
I don't think so.
Because I mean, he did kind of live in a heavily wooded area.
I don't think it was anything like that, but I mean, you have to ask Brian. I'm not really the...
Okay. More about the set of Marble Hornets. Was there anything? I know that most of the places that you filmed this, I mean, there were some indoor, some like interior scenes, but most of it was exterior, like in the woods, right?
Yeah. I mean, It was like parks and then some was just kind of like off in the woods.
Right. I mean, Alex did take me location scouting with him a few times, so
Yeah.
I did see a few of the places he was thinking about. But did you happen to notice? I know these are like public places and there were people there, but did you notice anything out of the ordinary about any people, anyone that you saw?
No, I mean it was just families, kids. Just I mean you just have to get people off the set on a regular basis. So
Okay. Anyone that you wouldn't assume would be in a place like that, like a park or anything, like guy in a business suit, like black business suit.
Don't remember. I mean, it was quite a while ago, and there may have been, but I mean, it's several years ago, and you're asking me about a guy in a suit, so.
Okay, so you don't really remember any specifics about anyone you had to move off the camera?
No, I mean, it just nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. Well, I was just wondering, since I have the raw footage of the tapes,
I'm really sorry, but I got to get to lunch after this. Can we
right.
go ahead
I mean,
and
okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm sorry. We can go ahead and do this real quick. Okay, get the camera set up.
Was that the whole video? I think it was. Entry 16. Anonymous tip about where Brian could be located. It's the middle of the night. Why did you come in the middle of the night?
Hello? Alex? Brian?
This was 14 years ago, guys. There was not good flashlights. And it adds to the ambiance. Somebody was sleeping in that closet. Bro is dying. Holy shit. It would be creepier if he had a wind up flashlight, I agree. Someone's not doing good. That's a lot of blood. Dry? Dry. Damn, bro is not doing well. Get out of the house. You're dying. The house appeared abandoned, although I did hear strange noises. I left with 2 of Alex's drawings, some kind of pills, and a bullet casing. I may go back eventually.
You ever eat a Reese's tree and pretend your teeth are...
Alright, yeah, I have an idea. Let me cook chat. Let's see. How long before we're at 15 years? Or 13 years ago. So, let's watch up till entry 20. Was that not the end? That was not the end. Let's watch till entry 20, because then we've watched a whole year's worth of content.
Triple treat box, 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat, 5 bread.
Oh wait, no, this is just a timestamp. The video did end. So we're going to watch up to entry 20, because that's a whole year's worth of content. I found more footage of me helping Alex near the beginning of the production.
I had to do that about 5 times.
That's a good story.
Jay, if you want to just stand where Brian's going to be and read his lines for me.
Yeah, I got the script here.
All right.
Am I out of the frame?
Yeah, you're good. You know where we're starting, Tim?
Why'd you come back?
Yes.
All right.
And let's just whenever you're ready.
All right. So why'd you come back?
I had to.
Was it because of Sarah?
I thought I'd be able to leave her behind along with the rest of this town, but I just can't seem to get her out of my head.
I thought you said you were over her.
I thought so too.
That's far
Something
enough.
there? Okay.
Yeah, let's not do too much.
Who wrote that dialogue with you, Alex?
That was just me.
Okay.
I do all the script for this. Do you know where Brian is?
Lotus, I may not have had a wind up, but what I had was one of those shake lights. So I would have to go into the basement where my brother would leave, like, he set the basement up for him and his friends. And the lights only worked down there half the time, so it was just better to take a flashlight with you. But the only one I had was one of those ones where you would have to shake it like every 2 minutes. You'd have to shake it so hard that it would turn back on. So, yeah. Also, this might be Slender Man. There is the black right here. Yeah, that could be Slender Man right there. Yeah, kind of like the one from Tattletale. Except for mine lasted much less long. The one in Tattletale is like... That must have been one of the better flashlights, or they didn't want to give you the real feeling. Because you had about 2 minutes worth of light when you would shake it. And as a kid, 2 minutes is too fast. But yeah, so back to Marble Hornets. That's definitely... That appears to be a suit. He's right there in the tree.
I think you said he was just running down to the store for some snacks or something. He should be back in a minute.
Okay.
Can I get some water or something?
Yeah.
Is this one yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
No problem.
Why are you wearing a jacket?
It's pretty cold in here.
I'm comfortable.
I feel like you have the AC cranked up or something. You left the camera on.
Oh, well, we're going to go through it a couple more times anyway, but...
From that point until the end of the tape, the picture is frozen. The usual audio and video problems are still present in this clip, but there's something else about it that really disturbs me. I don't remember any of it ever happening. I've decided to go back to that house. There has to be something that I missed.
With Klaviyo, it's easy to power smarter digital.
So I seen someone asking why is Slender Man a stalker? So the original concept of Slender Man is based on this entity in German folklore called Der Gobermann, which I definitely just butchered. I am not, but pretty much it was a spirit that would lure children into the woods to eat them. It perceives itself friendly, and it gives off this immaculate vibe, and then it eats you. The Slender Man story started initially with that same concept. Slender Man lures children into the woods to eat them. Or whatever he does with them. We assume he eats them. But then the ideas... I am a creepypasta encyclopedia. I'm a survivor of the creepypasta rise in the internet. Yes, children. The character you play as in Slender Man, the 8 pages, is a fat little kid. And I don't mean like to be rude, but he's a fat little kid. You could tell by the way he moves, his breath, everything. The kid is meant to be perceived as an obese child. That's what you play as a kid in that game. But so then later down the line, after Slenderman the 8 Pages, when creepypasta was heavy on the rise, there became this thing called proxies. Proxies are when Slenderman has stalked a human adult, male or female, enough that they have gone insane and believe that they are in service to him, and they help him get more kids. One of the most prominent proxies is a little one that any of you creepypasta fans will be very familiar with, Tiki Toby. He is a Slenderman proxy. He starts out as a normal kid that gets bullied, and then Slenderman starts stalking him. He snaps, he kills some people, and now he's in service to Slenderman. So, there's like 3 proxies that are really prominent. The rest of them, I don't really count them because they came way later down the line. It's Tiki Toby. Then there is this character right here, Hoodie. Hoodie is another one of the Slenderman proxies. If you see this symbol, the circle with the cross, they're Slenderman proxies. Here's actually all of them together. It's Hoodie, Masky, and Tiki Toby. So, how do I put this? The Slenderman children don't technically count. They do and they don't. It depends on which version of Slenderman. The original Slenderman, he was just a creepy dude in the woods that ate children. He's not really human. You know, it's very subjective. But yeah, these were the original 3 Slenderman proxies. Look at that. The boys. Eyeless Jack isn't technically a proxy. Eyeless Jack existed at the same time as Slenderman. He got turned into a proxy later down the line. I wonder all of Slenderman's proxies. Who all we got here? We're missing another dude and a girl, I think. I'd like to know their names. More credits to what I was saying. You know, the original cast. Huh. They actually might be the literal only canon proxies. Oh no, there's quite a bit more. Agents, Berserker, Hollowed, Revenant, Sleepers, Deadhead, Firebrand, Kate, Masky. But what about Hoodie and Tiki Toby? Yeah. Yeah, no, Laughing Jack isn't a proxy. His own thing. Laughing Jack's story is crazy. Laughing Jack, beautiful little dude that he is, was a children's play toy back in the 1900s. Until his family moved away. And the boy locked Laughing Jack away. Until, decades pass and Laughing Jack isn't quite the same anymore. The boy, now a grown man, eventually opens the box, but he can no longer see Jack. And some very unsavory things happen that Jack witnesses. And you find out that the boy that originally played with the Laughing Jack is Jack the fucking Ripper. And, so Laughing Jack watches Jack the Ripper in action and thinks to himself, "Oh, so this is how we play now." And he fucking murders him. Yeah. Yeah, Laughing Jack. Great character. Yeah, so Jack the Ripper was a killer in the 1900s that killed hookers. As fucked up as it is. And they never caught the guy. Anyway. Let's, come on, we're almost there. We're gonna get through the year mark. He went back to the house. Why is he going at night? Just go during the day.
Who's here?
Hello? Who's here? What you gonna do about it? Creepy little doll. Oh, what the...
Alex.
That's fucking Masky. That was fucking Masky. Dude.
Alex.
Look at... That's Masky. He's wearing a fucking porcelain mask.
Alex.
You can, like, briefly see... I'm not gonna catch it. Don't. That's totally Masky. That has to be. And Maskey's beating his ass-key. That's what it sounds like. Oh no, Maskey's getting his ass beat. Yeah, look! It's a porcelain mask! It's Maskey! Yeah! After I apparently stopped the camera, I don't remember anything else. I woke up here the next morning, my car off the road. The knife I had brought with me was also missing. At first I thought I had been hallucinating, but I looked on the camera to see that it recorded whoever it was that attacked me. Dude, Saw, dude. Same audio distortion that I heard in Alex's tape is also in the end of my footage. Something dangerous is going on, and I'm starting to regret ever getting involved with it now.
Our real enemy is time.
Dude! Oh my god. There's a 19.5. Seen messages. Tell us you've been keeping secrets. Smile for the camera. There's something I failed to mention in any other entries. I've been recording myself much in the same way Alex did for about a month now. However, it yielded nothing worth mentioning, so I began only checking it weekly since I recorded the tapes, until I checked the footage at the end of the last week. After the following clips, I take place 2 nights after I returned from the house in entry 18. God! I can't read! Chat, what if he's Hoodie? He's losing memory now. Slenderman clearly has been following him for just as long. What if he, the man posting the videos, is Hoodie? Oh no! Maskey! Leave him alone! No, Maskey, no! Where'd he go? Nah, they done took my boy. My room is empty for about 3 hours, after which I come back in and fall asleep instantly. I don't remember ever getting up for an extended amount of time. Tooth Eric, who I suspect is the person wearing the mask, knows where I live. Since finding these clips, I have not left my house at all. I've been kept all the doors and windows locked. I need to find somewhere else to go. It's not safe to stay here anymore. 19.5. Almost there. Yeah, go to Lowe's. But don't go to Daz Studio. I've decided to make a video record of the items I took from the house in entry 16. In the process of doing so, I've discovered a few things. Number 1, the pills. Bottle has its label torn off. But it's also completely empty. After checking entry 16, I know it wasn't empty when I found it. I don't remember ever taking any of the pills. Then again, there's plenty of things I don't remember that still happened.
Thanks. No problem.
Why are you wearing a jacket?
It's pretty cold in here.
I have an idea. Hoodie, Masky. Slender Man looking at his future proxies. This guy has the hairstyle, he fits the build, he could be Masky, and under that assumption, I really think the dude posting these videos is Hoodie. The bullet casing. It's missing. It's possible I misplaced it. Or it was taken. You son of a bitch! The papers. Forget what I see. Sees me with the operator logo. The symbol on the second sheet has been reoccurring. Other than that, I found nothing that could help me on them. Until I looked on the back. At the tower. Same style of writing that's on the front. Sees me at the tower. Not sure what it could mean yet. Currently, I'm looking through the last of the tapes I took from Alex. Something important needs to come of it, otherwise the trail has gone cold. And now to wrap out the year,
starting gun is up.
entry 20.
Boards to front stops.
Ready?
It was really important for us to get
That logo is the operator. It's Slender Man.
rowing right.
Almost finished looking through the tapes. I found what could possibly be the final clue I will get from them. Again, I don't remember any of this happening.
Alright. Let's see, we'll do a little special featurette here for the DVD.
Yeah, since we're waiting for Tim, who's running kind of late.
Flip the screen over for me. That looks awful. Where'd that painting go then? There we go. Took it down, now I want it back. There we go.
You got full creative control here.
Not even gonna put it on the hook. Brian has excellent taste in art.
Yeah.
So we're here on the set of Marble Hornets here at Brian's house. Brian is somewhere. I don't know where.
I wasn't paying attention. Were you?
No. We've been doing some script revisions for coming up here.
I've been supervising that because I'm the script supervisor.
Yes, Jay has been very helpful today. I'm very proud of him. We're just waiting on Tim to get here. Go and give him the new script, maybe run over some lines.
This new script. That's a whole lot of power to give someone like him.
Yeah, you know, pretty much everyone's at risk. It's a terrifying place. And there's Tim, so come on in! How you doing, Tim? Drive alright?
Yeah, it was okay. Sorry I'm late.
No problem.
He's masking. I
so
knew
cold,
it.
June?
Let's go ahead and start over.
Bye, Maddie.
I'm tired of this.
Yeah,
the actual
speaking
line.
of, yeah. Well, speaking of what, I'm really tired of this. I really need a break now.
Take 5, I guess.
Take 5. Yeah. Everything highlighted for him.
I think so. I think I got it all.
Wow.
Seriously?
I was sure they'll come if he was sick.
I know.
You alright, Tim? Need anything?
No, I'm okay.
What's that?
Just some medicine I have to take.
Do you need to go home? Should we cut?
No, I'm fine.
Alright.
The attempts seem to be out of order or missing parts altogether. Tim is also acting very strangely. The pill bottle he looks similar to the one I found at the house. In regards to entry 19.5, I've concluded that at the tower may be referring to the red structure seen in entry 5. At the tower. It's the only solid lead I have right now, so I've decided to go there soon. Damn, chat. Marble Hornets. Such a great series. Such a great series. But that puts us at we've watched a year's worth of content right now. 14 years ago to drum roll please, 13 years ago for entry 21. We have so many years worth of content to get through. So many years. Well, what should we watch now? Should we continue our venture into Marble Hornets? Or would we like to choose something else? Look, chat, you can see yourself. Alright, what should we watch? You're back in the creepypasta fandom? I never left. I've never left the creepypasta fandom, so much in fact, that for those of you who don't know, I started a new channel with some friends where I have been rewriting creepypastas and re-narrating them. My friend did the Tales Abuse story, and I did this one. It's 'cause my brother is a killer. This message is to him. This video is about Jeff the Killer. So, if you haven't checked out Terrorverse already, you should go check out Terrorverse. Because I've kind of lost motivation already, but if this video can bump that double or even get up to 100 views, I will have the motivation to continue. So, I'm just saying, you know. And it's like, here, I'll play you guys a little bit of the start. It's like old school creepypasta where you get an image, you get music, and you get narration.
Our parents separated. Dad had cheated on Mom, the usual story. But that part isn't really important. Even after everything that went down, I personally never visited our dad again. But I know my brother did. We were forced to move to, as my brother would put it, the slums of our city, the place for the damned, which meant a small 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. I shared a room with my older brother, and our mom had one of her own.
So, that's all you get for now. Go watch the video. We also have a Discord going on for this, where there's already some of you here, you know. You can see what plans I have. You get a better look at the version of Terrorverse Kuma, who is, man, like, Kuma's always a little creepy looking, but I don't know, Terrorverse Kuma is a little, he's special. He's I love him very much. The story I'm working on right now is Strangled Red. It's a old Pokemon creepypasta about this character right here named Steven. And the plan I have for after I do Strangled Red is I'm gonna do Smile Dog. So, you know, give me that motivation, chat, and I will pick this back up. You know, I don't remember where I put the link to this Discord. I think it's in my channel in TCV, in Jonah's Hole in the Roof. Yeah, you get to be a listener. I'm gonna add more roles to this. We did lose one of the members. He just wasn't feeling it, so it might just be me and Leo from here on out. Damn, I saw that pop up quick. That actually reminds me that Eclipse put a video for us in TCV, so we'll check this out. There's a lady right there meowing at them.
¿Quién eres? Te estoy grabando. ¿Quién eres? ¿Por qué estás aquí en mi casa? ¿Tú no eres un gato? ¿Tú no eres un gato?
She's saying, "You're not a cat. What are you doing in my house?"
¿Qué es eso, Regina? Se abrió la puerta. Se abrió la puerta. Se abrió la puerta. Vamos, 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 vamos. Regina está tocando. Primero. Ya le hablé a la policía. Y ahorita
She's saying I'm gonna call the cops.
va a venir ahorita la policía. Corre. ¿A qué estás molestando aquí? Ya te habías ido. ¿Qué quieres? ¿A quién quieres? ¿A quién quieres? ¿A Regina o a quién quieres? ¿A quién quieres? Vete de aquí. Vete de aquí. Se paró. ¿Quién chingados eres? ¿Quién te mandó?
That was good. Yeah, that was something. That was one of the things of all time. Yeah. So go check out Terrorverse. Great. I'm really happy with how the Jeff the Killer story came out. It was really important to me. I just got an idea. Let's watch Mandela Catalog. I've never watched it. I know some stuff about it, but I've never watched the Mandela Catalog. In order. Perfect.
Don't be afraid. I bring good news of great joy for you and all people. Tonight, your Savior was born in David's town. He is Christ, the Lord. You will find him wrapped in swaddle cloth, lying in a manger.
Rejoice, Jesus is born.
There was a woman named Mary who lived in the city of Nazareth. She was in love with a man named Joseph.
My fucking ears.
I am the angel Gabriel. I've come to bring good news.
News? For me? Whatever God wants, I will do.
Okay. Okay. What's that in the window?
I will fool the shepherds. I will know their greatest fear. I will know your greatest fear. Wake up, Joseph. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake.
I don't think that's how it went. Put on subtitles?
Do not be afraid, my dear shepherds. I have great news. I am your true savior.
You're a genius. Good shit, Ren. Quick thinking. You and Lotus have been on point tonight.
I know what you love. I know what you dread.
How frozen I became and powerless then. Ask it not, reader, for... God damn it. Ask not, reader, for I write it not, because all language would be insufficient. I did not die, and I alive remained not. Okay. Think for thyself now. Hast thou aught of wit what I became being of both deprived. I hate old-timey talk. Can't you see? No, I don't have eyes. Look at me in the little PNG. I deceived them. Such weak minds. I am bound to chains on my ankles. Nuh-uh. They grow heavier with every sleep. The infinite amount of sand will be my doom. And my foolishness will be my legacy. If there is a God, please help me. The end.
We are currently receiving countless reports of an unidentified hostile organism that we'll refer to as alternates. Until we have a complete understanding of the threat, it's important to stay home, lock all doors and windows, and have access to a loaded firearm or any ranged weapon at all times. You will know if an alternate exists solely based on their physical characteristics. If you see another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide. If you see a person...
So, under this assumption, there's two versions of Kuma. Here, I'll put a picture of one. I'll message it to myself real quick and I'll pull it up so you guys can see. There's two versions of Kuma. There's the version we're using right now. This is Spooky Kuma. No eyes, typically more sinister looking, kind of seems like he might be aggressive. And then there's the other Kuma, which give me 1 second. I'm working on it. Chat, I'm trying. I'm scrolling as fast as my fingers can scroll. I don't often make the other Kuma, cause he's not in this arc of my life. I don't do him usually, but I know I have like a picture somewhere. I've been playing with the AI generated art a lot. I think the only one I have of him right now is him in a Spider-Man costume, so he's gonna be Spider-Man. Y'all don't mind if he's Spider-Man, right? Alright. So, this version of Kuma, the one you're looking at, he's like the cold, collective kind of Kuma, you know? He doesn't have eyes. And then there's this Kuma right here. This is I'm like his alternate. There's a couple of distinct differences. His hair is a lot longer. He has yellow eyes. He's typically like in this one he's got medium length compared to like the shorter hair. But typically he has like really fucking long hair. He wears other types of clothing, whereas Evil Kuma only wears green. And this is deep lore about my character. So the reason that this exists is because my character is an SCP. The version you're looking at without the eyes is the SCP Kuma. My SCP designation is 19937. And basically I'm a shapeshifter. I ate a how do I put I'm gonna have to give myself bad luck for the night. I don't like saying this word, it's terrible luck. But basically, I ate the heart of a skinwalker, and now I'm a shapeshifter. And the SCP Foundation found me, locked me up. I can't die, I regenerate, and I really want to die. Then, somewhere later down the line, he learns how to shapeshift into an interdimensional being so that he can switch between timelines, where he starts meeting versions of himself that didn't die. This is Kuma if he kept living, if he didn't die. Why did Eclipse stream on my account? That was an accident. That was actually me. Or no, it was them. But we use the same computer. It's the same OBS, so we have to switch, and sometimes we forget to switch. So that was accident. Yeah, but so that's the difference between Kumas. And there's a whole other character. If I have a picture, I'll drop it, but I'm not going to explain anything to you about him. Let me see. Because there's a couple of key people in this storyline that are all the same person technically, but not really. Let me see. This little dude right here. I'll tell you his name, and then we're moving on. This is Jake. So there is Kuma Prime, Kuma SCP, and Jake. Anyway, let's get back to the Mandela catalog.
That has a biologically impossible characteristic: run away and hide. If one manages to break into your home, refrain from any kind of communication or contact with the threat. These intelligent life forms utilize elements of psychological warfare to take advantage of their victims. While we heavily discourage any form of contact or communication with an alternate, we make exceptions for attempts at executing them yourself.
Did that just say kill yourself? Know your enemy. Type 1, Doppelganger. Oh. Huh.
We are currently receiving countless reports of an unidentified hostile organism that we'll refer to as alternates. Until we have a complete understanding of the threat, it's important to stay home, lock all doors and windows, and have access to a loaded firearm or any ranged weapon at all times. You will know if an alternate exists solely based on their physical characteristics. If you see another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide. If you see a person that has a biologically impossible characteristic, run away and hide. If one manages to break into your home, refrain from any kind of communication or contact with the threat. These intelligent life forms utilize elements of psychological warfare to take advantage of their victims. While we heavily discourage any form of contact or communication with an alternate, we make exceptions for attempts at executing them yourself.
Tell hinder identify the class type neutralize kill yourself. There's not enough room for two of us. Know your place in reality. Know your enemy. Find out then. Victim 1 and 2. Victim 2 looking snazzy. Mark Heathcliff and Cesar Torres.
Hey, it's Caesar. I hope it's not too late.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. What's up? Are you alright?
Yeah, it's not me, it's my mom. She's knocked out cold and I have no idea why. I'm on my way to the ER, but could you do me a favor?
Yeah, of course. What is it?
I just need you to come over and turn on the cameras we have set up. You know the ones that we installed after we were robbed?
Oh, yeah. Would you mind if I asked why?
Well, she screamed really loud right before I found her on the ground. I just...
Well, do you have your doors and windows locked? Like what the broadcast told us to do?
Yeah, that's the weird part. Maybe she saw something? I don't know.
Alright. I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. I'm just gonna switch them on and get out of there, though. You know how I feel about your house.
Yeah, that's fine. One last thing. Try to get a good view
of the back hallway. Oh no!
Okay.
But I gotta go. I'm almost at the hospital. Thank you.
It called them victim 1 and 2, guys. We know what's gonna happen. If you see another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide. Excusez-moi. S'il vous plaît. It detected motion. So, ¿qué es esto? ¿Qué que sé? ¿Dónde está? Oh, the door. It's open. Oh no! Our table!
Who are you? Get away from me!
It followed me home, Caesar.
But me and Mark, I have a gift for you. I have a present. I have a surprise. I will not hurt.
I do not want to see what's on the other side. But it has been days. And nobody has come to help me. What, your room ain't got a window in it? Go out the window.
You fucking bastard!
Did he kill himself? Uh-oh. Bad decision, Mark. How unfortunate. Uh-oh. Nice eyes. Nobody came for me. Attention, viewing of the following footage is illegal and punishable by law. If not previously cleared with your assistant. No! Go back! If you have access to this recording and are not part of your local authority, please stop the video and discard the tape immediately. Hey, chat, don't snitch on me. Don't snitch on me, chat. We watching it. Mandela Academy Police Department training video. Emergency call operator.
While at the station, a situation may occur where the local 911 dispatchers run out of operators to handle calls, so they are given to us instead. There are 3, and only 3, scenarios that you will handle with a caller. When the caller needs the police, send available personnel to the address. When the caller has a fire-related emergency, contact our neighboring fire department with the address and a brief description of the event. When the caller has a medical emergency, immediately contact the Mandela Community Hospital.
Error.
At the Mandela County Police Department, we thank you for viewing this instruction.
Do not help a caller reporting an alternate encounter, no matter how frantic their screams are. Calmly reassure the caller that help is on the way. The call can be ended when they stop responding to your questions. Don't speak too much. You might accidentally reveal your fear.
Nothing is worth the risk, nothing is worth the risk, nothing is worth the risk.
One second, chat. I'm gonna grab a snack. You guys are lucky I'm not like other VA actors or voice actors on YouTube. Some people like to trick their chat by doing a different voice and whispering into the mic. And I thought about it. So be glad that I didn't. They're saying to test your toddler by recording their responses to these sounds, which is concerning. Daddy didn't tuck me in. And there's a man in the closet. The Scary Night by Mark, age 4. Daddy didn't check under my bed last night. So I went to Mommy's room. I was scared. There was a scary knocking on the door. And that's when he seen his dad fuck his mom. And the scariest part He's walking by the dark room by the stairs. Good drawing. Almost at Mommy's room, then I saw the man in the corner. Him. And then I fell asleep. The end. Section 2. Oh. me when you're me when you're mom. He making that face like, all right, here, I'm gonna hear you. I'm gonna give you guys the voice that man right there got. That man right there, this is the voice he has. Uncle Cletus. Uncle Cletus started letting me drink alcohol when I was about 4 years old, and I've been drinking it every day since. Water? What you mean I need water? Alcohol's the only thing I need. Uncle Cletus lets me play in the river, and sometimes I go under the water until I don't wake up. You know, I don't think Uncle Cletus liked me very much, though. He always called me his bitch. Anyway. That was good. That was good. There's this one Halloween costume analog horror. I forget what it's called. Fuck. I know it's Halloween. I forget what it's called. Damn, I wish I could remember. That's just real life stuff. Analog horror. Fuck. It's like a black and orange striped Halloween costume. Kind of looks like a demon. I bet I can find it if I check Baz's channel. Which, go watch Baz if you like content like this. He does nothing but horror content, reacting to horror content. Baz is great. I think he reacted to the one I'm looking for. Just don't remember how long ago. Maybe if I search for Halloween. Is it Ignore the Knocking?
As Halloween
I think it's this one.
Rated teen.
The rent is too damn high.
The rent is too damn high.
Goddamn right it is. Tommy Merrick. While visiting your old family home, you stumbled across a strange box of tapes in the attic. Out of curiosity, you decided to watch them on your old CRT. You think they might be haunted. While watching the tapes, you began to see and hear things that weren't meant to be there. For some reason, they felt oddly familiar to you. Dreams of an Insomniac, Volume 0. Haunted Halloween PSA.
Residents of Eastridge County were left baffled today at the news of a supposed break-in that happened in the early hours of the morning. The break-in occurred at the local Halloween retail store, Grimzo's, with the culprit of this break-in having stolen one thing, and one thing only.
Yeah, so I got to the store early this morning and I see, of course, the door is smashed to a lot of pieces. Obviously I checked inside, and all the shelves are everywhere. Everything's smashed up pretty good. Buddy's still there though, so I guess that's good. The only thing that seemed to be missing was the costume, the wall. Don't know who takes just a costume.
This bizarre set of events has left many residents baffled as to what the intentions behind this strange robbery were. No security footage could be collected to reveal the identity of the culprit, leading many to speculate who this mysterious costume thief really is. Were they under the influence? A young teenager desperate to have a costume for an upcoming party? Did this robbery even happen? As of right now, it's anyone's guess.
Oh, if you ask me, this whole story is just a bunch of malarkey. Some kids break in some Halloween shop for a costume. Yeah, no, not even stealing any money. If kids break in there, they're stealing at least some money. It's just another trumped-up story for a small newspaper in an uneventful town, when the newspaper company's probably running broke in a few months. I wouldn't trust a single bit of it. Pretty much nothing from that newspaper can be trusted anyway. Oh, to think, they said our small-town representative was corrupt. Now,
whether you believe this ridiculous story or not, one thing is certain. Do not trust anyone you see wearing this costume on Halloween night. Eastridge County has been left in a state of panic and disarray this Halloween night after the disappearances of 6 young children in the area. The disappearances began at 6 o'clock sharp, with reports telling me that they continued through the night until finally coming to a stop exactly 1 hour later.
It all just happened so fast, you know? 1 minute, we're having a regular Halloween night, everyone's trick-or-treating like normal, and next thing you know, here comes a mother around the corner who's looking for her kid. So we're all trying to help her out, you know, we're looking up and down the streets for where this kid went, we don't think anything of it. And then another mother comes over, and she has the same problem, and then another, and next thing you know, everyone starts to panic, the police are getting involved, nobody knows what's going on, nobody knows where these kids went, and nobody knows who did it.
The names of the missing children are as follows: Jason McDonald, John Thompson, Ashley Wright, William Lewis, Norman Harris, and Sam Wilson. Police have spent the better part of the night searching for both these children, as well as the culprit behind this heinous crime. While no one in the local area has been suspected yet, an eyewitness report described the culprit as wearing an orange, striped costume with horns, a tail, and a black mask depicting bright yellow eyes and teeth. It's advised that all residents of Eastridge County avoid anyone seen outside who fits this description. As well as this, an officer on duty tonight had this to say regarding the matter.
It breaks my heart to hear the horrible tragedy which has come over our town tonight. I promise, not only as an officer on duty, but as a father myself, that these children will be found and the culprit behind these horrible kidnappings will be brought to justice.
As police continue to investigate, several mandates have been put forward in order to ensure the safety of Eastridge County residents. It is requested that all residents stay indoors, keep all doors and windows locked, and it is heavily advised to not trust anyone you see wearing this costume.
On the night of October 6, 1986, these photos were taken by a security camera located in Grismo's retail store at exactly 6 a.m. Lights appeared to turn them on by themselves. No other disturbances are apparent. Motion was detected within the store. Items appeared to be thrown around and damaged. First contact. These photos, as well as the description from the eyewitness, were the only two pieces of information we had regarding the anomalous entity known as the Eastridge Demon. Until today. Yippee! Yippee! Officer Kruger.
After multiple years of extensive mental and physical therapy, Officer Kruger, a surviving victim of the demon, was finally able to inform detectives of the events that transpired on the night he came face to face with this dangerous creature. With the information he provided, we now have a better understanding of the capabilities of this threat and how our personnel can combat it. Firstly, the creature appears to be capable of causing both visual and auditory hallucinations to those that are within close proximity to it. This makes it incredibly difficult to locate and contain the creature. As a precaution against this, all ECPD personnel must operate alongside a fellow officer at all times. If you are alone at any point, attempt to locate your nearest fellow officer as quickly as possible. Do not let the demon fool you. Grab a hold of the nearest objects you can to discern your surroundings. If you see or hear someone you know nearby, it is not them. Once you have located a fellow officer, vacate the area until the effects of these hallucinations begin to fade away. Secondly, physical contact with a demon is incredibly dangerous. Following his encounter with this creature, Officer Kruger had developed severe physical abnormalities which are still being treated to this day. The most significant of these abnormalities include discoloration of the skin,
severe weight loss, tightening of the skin, the fusing of bone and flesh, teeth growing where they shouldn't, bleeding from every orifice.
It is imperative that all ECPD personnel attempt to keep a level of distance from the demon at all times. Do not attempt to approach it unless it is absolutely necessary or it has been terminated. In the event that physical contact is made, approach a fellow officer as soon as possible and seek help. Finally, it is important that all ECPD personnel remember that the Eastridge demon is incredibly intelligent and is aware that it is being hunted. It will attempt to mislead you and will look for moments where you are most vulnerable. This creature should be treated as if it were human. Do not let it use its tricks against you. Do not let it touch you. Do not attempt to communicate with it. And above all else, do not trust anyone you encounter wearing this costume.
That's insane. The Smiling Snatcher. Oh, Evil Dead 2. Army of Darkness. Wee wah, wee wah, wee wah, wee wah. Rules of the season.
As Halloween night begins to set in, all residents of Eastridge County should be reminded that the Smiling Snatcher is out tonight. This monster is very real and threatens the safety of all Eastridge County residents. But don't worry, so long as these 5 simple rules are followed, you have nothing to worry about. Rule number 1. Remember the curfew. No trick-or-treaters should be outside past 6 o'clock p.m. That is when the Smiling Snatcher comes out into play. Rule number 2. Keep all doors and windows in your house locked. That way the Smiling Snatcher cannot come inside. Rule number 3. You do not hear the knocking at your doors or windows. Rule number 4. You do not hear the knocking at your doors. Rule number 4. If you see or hear someone you know outside past curfew, that is not them. That is the Smiling Snatcher wearing their skin. And finally, the most important rule of all. Rule number 5. Do not trust anyone you see wearing this costume.
Not all of that was me knocking. Just a good portion of it. I want a Smiling Snatcher costume. It looks cozy. I wonder if there's another. Volume 0. Family photo album. Fuck are we watching? Only for the eyes of authorized Foundation personnel. Unsolicited viewings may lead to termination. I'd like to see you try. Kill me, motherfucker. Do it. Do it. Dreams of an Insomniac. Family photo album. On the night of January 6, 1987, the ECPD had received a phone call, going too fast there, from a distressed man reporting that something was trying to break into his home. Upon the dispatcher's arrival, he as well as anyone else who may have been living in the house were reported missing. The only evidence that could be found at the scene of the crime were a photo album as well as a camcorder which seemingly contains footage of the events which transpired on that night. Family photo. All of the photos are horribly distorted? Okay. Made it difficult to identify the people depicted. First night out, when detectives questioned the neighboring residents about the identity of the family in the photos, none were able to provide any useful information. One resident went as far as to say that no family has ever lived in that house. It was like they were... It's like they never existed, is what it says.
Sammy, is that you?
Don't whisper at me so zesty like that. Goodbye. While the culprit behind these disappearances remains a mystery, several photos in the album, as well as the 9/11 call that made that night, suggest they may not have been human. I know it's not 9/11, it's just faster to say it like that. 911. Run, bitch, run! If you see another person that looks identical to you, I'm just kidding. There's no relation. And you will never be alone again. Do 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 do. The only clear photo of the perpetrator. It wasn't that thing in the ghost costume, was it? Wow, it was. That one was alright. So I'm assuming that the one with the Halloween PSA announcement is the only one about the smiling snatcher. Cool. How long has this been going now? 3 hours ago. It's time for this stream to end. So, if you enjoyed this stream, drop a like. Go check out Terrorverse, as well as all of the other, the creators that we watch that I don't watch everything from. Definitely go check them out. Drop likes. Subscribe if they're still doing content and it's something you're interested in. And until next time, fellas, have a good